It is just about 7 o'clock here on a Wednesday. Thanks for being with us on Donovan Live. Jimmy is prepping for Thursday's Browns game. I'm Chris Ty. Here's what we have in store for you tonight. More information is coming out in the apparent road rage shooting of a 4-year-old in Cleveland. We'll tell you who authorities are looking for, who's behind bars, and how that little boy is. Plus, Dunkin' Donuts sued. A lawsuit claims customers who thought they were eating fruit were really eating a fake product. We'll walk you through that. And if you're a bit accident prone, tune in for tonight's Ways to Save. It could literally save you from buying a new phone. We'll show you why as Donovan Live starts right now. Good evening, top of the show. We don't waste your time here. The first of the big stories here, from an arrest in the shooting of a 4-year-old on I-90 at Dead Man's Curve to Charles Barkley weighing in on the Kyrie Cavs flare-up. Donovan Lives begins with 77 seconds here at 7. Watch. Police say Jonathan Smith was one of the 2 men who shot at a car early Monday on I-90 at Dead Man's Curve. One of the gunshots struck a 4-year-old in the head. 3 days later, that child remains in serious condition. The search remains on for an accomplice, Leon Edwards. Eric Brewer is running for mayor of Cleveland in 2017. This video from 2015, uncovered by the investigator Tom Meyer, shows shaky video of a police stop in Boston Heights.
I need to know who you are.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to find out.
I go by the name Erica. Okay.
Going by Erica, Brewer, wearing high heels and mascara, stopped for driving on a suspended license. They also found a drug pipe and marijuana in his car. He later said police had no probable cause to pull him over, asked an appeals court to throw out the misdemeanor charges. They refused. Charles Barkley calling the Kyrie beef with the Cavs stupid. This generation of players, he said, you want to be on a good team. You want to play with other great players. This notion where you want to be the man, I think is just so stupid. A different tune being sung by a teammate, LeBron James.
He's a maniac, maniac for your love. And she's dancing.
He's one of the next to ride shotgun with James Corden in the new Apple Music series Carpool Karaoke. The song, of course, Maniac from Flashdance. No word on an air date yet. You don't get to see LeBron sing Maniac every day of the week. The Tribe lost today. We'll talk about that online tonight, but they won a lot of hearts last night. That Yan Gomes walk-off homer, you may have been cheering at home. We were certainly doing it here in the studio. And for one local grandmother, well, just watch this. That doesn't melt your heart. Her grandson, Ben Waters, posted this video on Twitter after the game saying her reaction. Look at that smile. Cutest thing ever. We have to agree. Pretty great. Her grandson's tweet has more than 2,000 retweets, 10,000 likes if you know those numbers. Point is, a lot of people liked it, and her granddaughter joined in the fun, too. If you have video like this, we want to see it and share it. Don't forget to send in your videos to Donovan Live, email, or use the hashtag 3DonovanLive on social media. We can feature it on the show just like Grandma. A new arcade is set to open in Cuyahoga Falls this week, but it's not your traditional game room. Take a look at this. This one is all about the virtual reality world in Summit County. The business will be spending half the day working on developing virtual reality software for local companies, and then they turn to a studio into a game room in the evening.
Create a space where people can come at all hours of the day, learn about this technology, build with it, grow their businesses, grow personally, learn how to develop, and be able to have fun at the same time.
Just how can the company help businesses? Their latest project for a plumbing company, they do a whole bunch of them, the plumbing company, involves replicating the tools and the piping the company may need so they know how to buy the right thing and go about a job the right way. The arcade is at 125 Portage Trail in the Falls. It is opening on Friday. Tonight's Ways to Save report could quite literally save you and your cell phone from some unwanted stress. Those things pack a lot of stress sometimes. Let's de-stress it. With that, here's Matt Granite.
Your key to rescuing your device before it's too late. Great to be with you, whether you have a very expensive iPhone or an Android or something that has just taken a tumble into water. 7 times more effective than a bag of rice and a way to absorb the moisture safely. Check out this demonstration. 700 times better than a bag of rice. This costs a fraction of what a typical insurance deductible would cost. You get 2 rescue pouches for under $20, free shipping. This is best used within a 24-hour period after your phone is exposed. Independent third-party tests show that this was 90% effective. In our tests, although I couldn't test it on that many devices because I didn't want to go broke, 96% accurate. This is a great deal. Now watch what happens when I take the once soaking wet iPhone out of the pouch. Does it power on? The moment of truth, and yes. WKYC.com is where I have you covered. Happy savings. Back to you.
Excellent, Matt. Thank you. From major cable companies getting dragged into court over so-called fake fees to cell phone fees going down for some senior citizens, we say hello to Danielle Serino and One for the Money.
Hi, Chris.
Hi.
You know, you have a couple of years yet to worry about this, but if you are 55 and older, you might want to sign up with T-Mobile. The company is offering an unlimited data plan for $50 a month with a second line only $10, and that includes taxes and fees. You just have to sign up for autopay. The same plan for all those youngins out there like you. $70 a month, which is a savings of $20 if you're counting along. Seniors, by the way, are a growing market for cell providers because about 60% of people 65 or older now own cell phones, and that number has doubled over the past 5 years.
I think for a lot of seniors, they're learning the best way to get in touch with their kids, who may even be 50, 60-year-olds themselves, as I just heard a cell phone bell go off, is
Betsy?
texting. Yeah, right?
Well, and pizza for the whole newsroom. It's also for safety, I think they really should have that.
Good point.
Meanwhile, clearly this next person could use a deal like that because he felt the need to sue Dunkin' Donuts over blueberries. The man bought a glazed blueberry donut from a Dunkin' near Chicago. He thought it contained real blueberries when in fact they were imitation. Had he known, he claims he wouldn't have paid so much for it. And this actually has become a class action lawsuit. Dunkin' is accused of deceptive sales practices by leading consumers to think their bakery products contain real fruit. In fact, they would show real fruit next to their products in their ads.
I don't, obviously, if you're on a jury trial, let's say with something, there'd be a lot of information with this. But sitting here right now, if I see a blueberry, I think it's a blueberry, right?
So it's an imitation blueberry. You're going to sue $5 million for it, which is actually what they're asking for in damages, court fees, restitution. I don't know.
I just like to see Big Brother, like these big companies, have their feet held to the fire like little mom and pop stores.
Well, that's exactly what the class action attorneys will say. And yes, you shouldn't be deceptive, but I don't know. Blueberries, you know. All right, well, also being sued for deceptive practices, and this one I kind of agree with, Comcast. You know we love to complain about our cable companies. Well, they were originally sued for adding broadcast TV and regional sports fees to bills as a way to charge customers more for the service without raising their advertised price, so you wouldn't really know. Now, between the two fees, people were paying $10 more a month. The company, of course, tried to get that lawsuit thrown out, but that request was denied by a federal judge because, listen to this, the judge says the 23-page subscriber agreement, 23 pages, wasn't clear, nor were the pop-ups that appear when people sign up online.
I'm always nervous when I click accept terms and I'm not going through 30
I'm going to be
pages.
doing a whole bunch of stories on that. Arbitration clauses where you can't sue if they say that you don't read the user agreement.
Who does? Who
and
has the
in there
time?
is fine print saying you can't sue.
Okay.
And by the way, I did something new today. I went on Facebook and I went through a bunch of stories that I was interested in covering today. And I asked the viewers to pick the ones that they liked. And they came up with these.
I liked all 3 of those.
As did
Our
I, and
viewers,
as did they. And that is One for the Money, my love.
They have good taste. Thank you. Coming up for us, you might want to watch your facial expressions next time you buy your groceries at Walmart. Why? We'll detail why the store is doing something maybe a little funky with your reaction to the cereal or the beer. We'll explain. Betsy's forecast, too, when Donovan Live comes back, right, Bets?
It is. It's very tempting to do the whole, like, what does that mean? As far as the forecast goes, it is going to be beautiful after a little bit of rain. I'll explain coming up.
Okay, sounds good. And we're all about to see the possible at WKYC, and now we're learning what that means to you. Stick around after the break for tonight's musical spotlight guest. You'll hear from that gentleman who is going to be sitting right over here when we come right back.
If you've got the passion, make a
Channel 3 News at 7, Donovan Live is made possible by Adventure Auto Group, where you can get real deals from real people.
This This is the part of the show we put a little music to the broadcast. Tonight we continue with our See the Possible Music Spotlight series. You're going to meet Joe LaPaglia, an area special ed teacher who gives his rendition of what it means to see the possible. Here's Joe.
One chance, one life to live. Only you can make it happen. Make a sound, sing it loud and clear. It's your life. You've gotta take control, take a stand. Let them know you're here. Look around, see the possible.
That is pretty slick. Joe from Wycliffe is joining us here in studio. Where did you do that? That's a cool vibe.
We did that in Pickwick and Frolic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we did that a little while ago, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. We got up on stage.
Nick's a good guy down there for letting people do that kind of stuff. Talk to us a little bit about when you put a song together, and in this case, it's about See the Possible. They kind of gave you a theme to work with it. Do you come up with the music first, or do you do lyrics first?
That's a great question. It's a strange. I'm probably different than most. I usually come up with the words first.
Okay.
And I put a little line to it. Put a little melody to it.
Sure.
And then it just kind of rolls from there.
And when you roll through the concept of See the Possible, you work with special ed students.
I do.
So you look at life through a different lens every day than the rest of us do. So how do you take your life story and kind of apply it to a lyric or a theme like this?
Well, it's funny. See the Possible for me is there's. I mean, I can say it in about a lot of different facets of my life, but as far as work goes, the kids that I work with high school special ed kids who are, at risk, and but I see the potential in them. I know that they can do it. They just gotta stick with it. And the thing that stops most of us from doing what we're capable of doing, to me, is fear.
Sure.
So get rid of that fear. Just do it.
And you had stopped doing music for a while. Was that a few-based thing for you, or was it a time thing?
That was more of a life got in the way kind of thing.
Right. Well, that happens.
A few changes here and there with life, and before you know it, some things got put on the back burner.
Right.
But I am happy to say that doing this spot really gave me a spark. I wrote that song with. It gave me a little more of a spark, and I'm ready to get back out there.
Well, I think that's the whole idea of this whole theme that we have here, is find things around corners that maybe you didn't think were there.
Yeah.
So, Joe, thank you for everything you do, both
My
in the
pleasure.
school year and on the musical stage.
Thanks so much.
Very
It's
talented.
great to be here. Thank you very much.
And if you want to catch Joe's full extended cut of his song, See the Possible, visit WKYC's YouTube page. You can drop a comment or tell us what it means to you to see the possible, all right there. Still ahead for us, it's Mr. Smile to you. We'll show you the jersey Frankie Lindor will wear for a special MLB weekend coming up when we come right back. All right, on tap in tonight's 3 on 3 on tap. We're talking about our cocktail hour.
We're talking about booze.
The most Frankie Lindor jersey to ever exist. Watching Eyes at Walmart and your go-to snack when you watch the eclipse.
Yes.
Are you excited?
I just tweeted it out.
All
As a
right.
matter of fact, I said thank you, God.
And he may be the person that you have to thank for
that
this
may be
sort
the
of thing.
person to thank.
Danielle and Betsy are here as Jimmy gets ready for tomorrow night's game. Let's talk not football, which he's prepping for, but baseball, which is a hot one around here right now. MLB Players Weekend is coming up at the end of the month, and it gives the organization's players a chance to have some fun. How? They'll have their jerseys with their fan-chosen nicknames on the back. This is Frankie Lindor's, and it's perfect.
Mr. Smile. I mean, come on, that's who
great.
he is. Now, Edwin Encarnacion is double E. Brandon Geyer is BG. Not all of them are really kind of that creative. I mean, we're used to seeing these, but yeah, Geek is one I haven't seen. Ajax, so it's very interesting.
I'm actually really excited about this because the Yankees, as you know, don't wear their names on their jerseys. They never have.
And you're a Yankee fan.
Well,
Sometimes.
Not when Cleveland's playing.
Of course, I'm the same way with Chicago.
So there you go. They don't have their names on the back of their jerseys, so I can't wait to see what they're going to put on.
That'll be cool because it's league-wide. It's not obviously just Cleveland.
Right.
Cool. All right, your eyes are focused on the jerseys, and Walmart has their eyes on your eyes. A recent patent filing suggests that Walmart may be working on a video system, get this, that keeps tabs on shoppers' facial expressions. It would scan for customers who look angry or upset, so help from an employee can be dispatched. And I'm sure there's a lot more they're culling from that kind of information.
You know that they're looking at people's shopping habits.
Yep.
That's the main reason behind this. And I will tell my story again that I always tell about Walmart, which is I could not find anybody to help me in the bike department. So I got on a bike with bare feet and rode through the store until someone helped me.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much does that surprise you?
All I'm thinking is no shirt, no shoes, no service. So sorry, maybe that was part of the problem.
Riding the bike through the store got somebody's attention pretty fast.
Always, as they say. Krispy Kreme will be doing something interesting. They'll be going dark for the solar eclipse, Betsy. For the first time ever, Krispy Kreme's original glazed donuts will be eclipsed by chocolate glazed. They're available the day of the eclipse, which, as you know, is the 21st.
If it's the hot glaze, too.
Could you?
OMG. My car autopilots when I see hot now.
Just
right
auto
into
goes right in.
There's no way they can't keep this because this has got to be off the charts.
It's brilliant. And, you know, when they take these moments, a lot of companies do this. They find these things that we all get into, and they just...
Yeah, they got to keep this.
That's a no miss. Well, the official eclipse weather forecast, I've already had a lot of people asking. We have no idea yet. That is going to be at least 7 days out, and believe me, we'll be fine-tuning as it gets closer. So don't even ask. We don't know.
Rooting against cloud cover, of course.
Totally, but that doesn't mean you're not going to see it. We're expecting 80% eclipse here in northern Ohio. We won't be getting the total eclipse, but that should still make it a little dark in the middle of the afternoon, so it's still going to be cool, even if we have the clouds, because remember, the sun is what illuminates the clouds. There's the big picture: clouds, rain, thunder, all kinds of nasty stuff going on in the northern plain states. This frontal boundary will be coming through northern Ohio on Friday. Timing is everything. We all know that. Rain will be moving in on Friday, and then it will be moving out on Saturday. Hopefully we can get some legs on that thing and it moves out. In the meantime, we have increasing humidity values for northern Ohio, and you can see the temperatures are right about 80 degrees, pretty average for this time of the year. We're going to continue on that. Now, I mentioned the increasing humidity values. We'll be in the 60s in the midnight hour, upper 50s, low 60s to start the day tomorrow with mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. But you can see the clouds starting to increase a little bit by noon.